If you are in the market for a new hatchback, well, you are in luck because today we have two of the hottest hatches available, but they are quite different. Andre, what do you got cooking over there?
Well, right here on this side, I have the brand new 2025 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport Hybrid.
Ooh, okay. Well, on this side, I have the 2025 Mazda 3 2.5 liter turbo premium all-wheel drive.
Whoa, those are long names.
That's a long name. Yeah, a lot to remember.
And they're kind of, they have different focus, but they're both hatchbacks. I think they're both kind of fun. And how about this? How about we show all the features of both of these cars, take them for a drive, and decide what's the best one?
I like it. Let's do it. I can't help but notice, but it looks like you brought a friend, Andre.
I did. This is my Russian, no, actually, this is Jeff. Jeff, you know, he's been our friend and co-worker for many, many years. And he's here because, you know, he can show us the space, the roominess of like the back seat and also the hatch, because these are pretty useful cars, right? They're
decently useful for especially the type of car that they are, being a hatchback.
All right, but let's check out the powertrains.
Okay. All right, Andre, what do we got over here?
Well, first, Jen, I wanted to ask you, what do you think about this urban gray paint job here?
I mean, I like it, but Audi's been doing it with Nardo gray since before everyone else, so you just kind of see it everywhere. But I do like it nonetheless.
Yeah, and this is a modern and very popular color. But underneath this, I think, pretty hood is a powertrain that combines, I think, a little bit of performance, but also really great efficiency. 200 horsepower, 232 pound-feet of torque, but you can see these orange cables. So this is a hybrid. It can run a little distances on electric power alone.
Okay.
But it's not a plug-in. You don't have to plug it in.
Gotcha. So it regenerates its energy as it drives.
Yeah, kind of. And also CVT, continuously variable transmission is here. Actually, that urban gray looks like nothing compared to this paint job.
Yeah, this Soul Red Metallic has been one of Mazda's best paint jobs. If anything, one of the best paint colors in the industry for a long time.
Yeah, I've actually heard this, that some other manufacturers are actually like licensing this color on some of the other vehicles. I mean, they nailed this.
It's a hot color.
Yeah.
But what's even better is what's underneath.
What is it?
We got a 2.5 liter turbo four-cylinder. It made it up to a beautiful 6-speed automatic, producing 227 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. Now, you may have a little more efficiency on me with yours being a hybrid, but I definitely have the power on my side.
What are you talking about? A little bit more efficiency. I got this. Almost double the efficiency in the Honda versus this.
Yeah, but I probably have double the fun driving this.
Well, we'll have to drive them in a couple minutes and find out.
Okay.
Well, the Honda Civic is one of the best-selling sedans and hatchbacks of all time, right?
That's fair.
Yeah, and I think they did a pretty good job. You know, it wasn't a huge redesign for 2025, couple of small changes, but I really love that this doesn't even look like a hatch. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's kind of a sportback.
Yeah, it's not too aggressive of a slope, that's for sure.
Yes, so, but hiding behind this slope is something quite useful. And Jeff is here to help us.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Hey, he had a window to look through.
Yeah,
so
that's nice.
He's okay.
Yeah.
So actually this space, just to demonstrate, is quite large, about 24 cubic feet of it.
That's not bad for a hatch.
Yeah, actually, I think it's a little bit better than that Mazda.
Yeah, that's true. When it comes to the overall design, Andre, this is definitely more of a classic hatchback design. Major slope, huge teardrop kind of shape, very jelly beany, if you will.
I agree. I used to own a Mark IV Golf.
Nice.
You just went to Germany to test drive some Golfs.
I did. They were a lot of fun.
And this kind of, not the same thing, but kind of reminds me of that classic shape.
Yeah.
But one issue I have is this glass section is so narrow, you know?
Yeah, and
so I wonder how that works.
There's not a lot here. I'm pretty worried about visibility in the rear end of this thing.
But this car is so fast, who needs visibility out the back,
That's
right?
true. Yeah, you only got to see where you're going in the front, you know. One thing I do like on the back are these polished dual exhaust tips.
Nice.
Yeah, those look pretty good.
Yes, and where's Jeff? Is Jeff
Oh,
around?
Jeff is still hanging out.
Okay.
I don't think he's quite as comfortable as he was in the Civic, though. Yeah,
He looks a little bit more cramped.
He's a little squished. Jeff doesn't look very happy. Are you okay, bud? Yeah, not as much room as the Civic.
What is it, like 20
Yeah, it's
something?
only 20 cubic feet.
So a little bit less, but you could still, I mean, it's a lot of usable space still, nonetheless.
Yeah. So, Andre, I noticed for your wheels here, they look pretty decent. You know, it's like a bicolor. There's no glossy black, which I think is kind of going out now, but they're 18-inch wheels. But something I noticed is it's a 40 series size tire, which is pretty thin.
Yeah, pretty skinny, but I like this design. I like a little bit of, brighter finish on the wheels, so it stands out more in my opinion.
That's true. Coming to the Mazda wheel, so it does have that gloss black, which I think can look cool, but like I said, it is kind of going out of style. But these are also 18-inch wheels, but a 45 aspect ratio, so I have a little bit more cushion on my sidewall.
Alrighty, but I think this black wheel kind of matches the entire theme of the car.
You're right, you're right.
So that's nice. Now this is the real important test, Jen, because this car has to be a people hauler too.
That's true. So I've left the seat where you drive, and
Okay.
you're a pretty tall guy.
Yes, almost 6'3",
Okay,
as I always
so
say.
what's the leg space?
My
you got
leg
here?
situation is okay.
Okay.
It's good. I mean, my knee's a little bit higher than I kind of would like, and my head is touching just a hair.
Oh yeah, and it even slopes up for extra headroom,
Yeah.
but your tall size might be maxed out here.
I'm kind of maxed out, but I'm not terrible. Like, I don't have to crank my neck
Okay.
or anything like that.
That's good.
So I'm wondering how I would fit in the Mazda. All right, what about the Mazda here?
So I think this might be a tighter fit, especially for you. Oh gosh, your head is hitting.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
If I was Jeff, you could kind of tell the difference between the cars. You know, the cargo areas, similar difference here. Like, my head is, I'm kind of propping up the roof right now.
Yeah, that's probably not ideal.
My knees are also a little bit more kind of hitting the seat, and you kind of moved your seat back a little bit, right?
To insinuate your
Yeah.
driving style.
Yeah. But, yeah, I still have this. So, I mean, as far as spaciousness, I kind of prefer the Honda here.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. How are the seats? Are they comfortable?
Yeah, they're very
They look
nice.
pretty
and
bolstered, actually.
Yeah, they're nice and soft, and I have headrests, and well, there's one thing left to do. Let's drive it.
Let's do it. Yeah, one of the things I love about this dash, Andre, is the honeycomb feature with the air vents.
Yeah, I think they really nailed it. It makes this car stand out from other vehicles, right?
Yeah.
In a very nice way. But it does have piano black, which I'm not a fan of.
That's the one thing. See, as much as
Yeah.
I like the honeycomb, I dislike this layer of piano black because it's just going to show up all of this dust.
And
in
also
no
a little
time.
bit of reflection in my eye,
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Yeah. But this, I mean, you can kind of see this is a little more of an economy-minded vehicle, right?
Yes.
So you're not going to get woods or high-quality leathers necessarily, but the seat is comfortable. How's your seat?
The seat is actually very comfortable. It's pretty soft material. But back to this, I will say I would rather have this material over piano black.
Yeah, I agree. Now I'm going to put it into sport mode. I have my little drive mode selector.
Okay, that's sport.
Because we are trying to have some fun as well.
Okay, let's see if it's capable of any fun.
Yes, let's see. I don't have a ton of battery. Look, on the left here, I do have a battery meter. And on the right, I have my fuel tank. And EPA says 49 mpg.
49.
Right? That's a nice number.
That is a pretty...
I like the sound of that number.
Well, it's not rounded like 50.
Okay.
But 49 is pretty good.
It's a pretty high number. By the way, it says here my average, and I have been driving it. Zach has been driving this car mostly. 51
Whoa!
in real world.
Wow. Okay, Zach. So not quite
And-
the heavy foot.
Well, Zach likes to have fun too.
That's true.
All right, let's see. Oh, a tiny.
Oh!
It squirted the wheels a little.
So they say 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds, which I thought might be a little optimistic, but I don't know.
I agree. It might be optimistic.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are, a racing driver, in the best of conditions, maybe that's possible.
Yeah, today with how hot it is, we definitely have the AC on. 6.2 might be a little unrealistic.
There's 3 of us in this car.
Yeah, well, 4 almost.
Oh, almost 4. So yeah, this is. Anyways, steering. You know what? Not too bad. I do feel those imperfections in the road, though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, every bump is definitely almost accentuated.
It's kind of there. But, I mean, on a more smooth highway, I think this would be kind of a nice vehicle. Let me make a turn. Let's do another acceleration test. Now going straight, not turning. Because whenever you turn and apply power, right, there is a lot of, forces going through it.
It's lost a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got.
I see some tire marks.
Oh, that's not from us.
No, it's never from us.
From us.
All right, I'm going to brake torque it. No.
Okay.
No, I don't think I need to, right?
No. With the hybrid, no.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, that threw me back in my seat.
A little, but also there is a little bit of that drone, right?
Oh, for sure. You're going to get that with the CVT.
It's a CVT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this can still be available in manual if you get the SI, which I did drive, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you've actually had experience with both of these versions, the hybrid and then the SI.
Yeah, I mean, the hybrid was actually the very first car I drove with TFL, so it feels
And Mary was there too, right?
Mary was there, yeah.
So, you know what? I think this is okay.
This is pretty comfortable. It's got some pep.
I know it's not going to win a lot of, enthusiast points, maybe, with a little bit of drone, but I think this car drives actually quite nicely.
And it's pretty comfortable. We still have heated seats. We still have a wireless phone charger, 7-inch screen, so not the biggest screen,
not
but you
huge.
do still have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
Yep.
And we still have manual buttons. I will say one of my favorite things about Hondas are the clicks, the action on there. It's delightful clicks.
And it feels good to the hand,
I'm here for the clicks,
Yes. Actually, we're all here for the clicks.
I guess we are.
So Jen, I gotta say, the dashboard here is way different from the Honda. Lots of soft material here. And actually, I don't see any piano black up here.
No, but it's where I hate it to be, and that's right in the center console here, which is where it's going to collect even more dust, and even worse, it's going to get scratched up from tossing your keys, your phone, whatever.
Yeah, and also we noted the vents are a little bit harder to control.
Yeah, it's hard to tell where it's actually going.
Yeah.
In the Honda, it had more of a direction.
Yeah.
And it was a lot easier to notice. But
and a lot easier to reach as well.
That's true.
The seats are comfy, but I'm noticing I'm a little bit more tight.
I mean, it's going to be more bolsters because it's geared towards performance and sport and keeping you in your seat, So, comfortability doesn't typically coincide with sportiness.
I've been going to Mazda press launch events for many years, and they always talk about how you're centered with the steering wheel, the pedals are centered, you have to be one with the horse, the horse and the rider, you know what I'm saying?
I can sense that.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the steering wheel, it's a leather wrapped steering wheel, heated steering wheel along with heated seats, so we do have some comfort amenities in here.
Well, this is the Premium Plus,
It's a Premium Plus, so you better expect it. Much bigger screen, 10.25-inch screen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa built in.
Yeah, but they need to step up the game. They need to redesign the screen and the infotainment system, because you do have to control it with this little guy.
I will say, since I own a BMW, they've been having these dials forever.
iDrive
and
system.
I'm used to it, so maybe I'm biased, but I prefer using the dial rather than having to lean over and use the touch screen, and now I've gone over a bump and now my finger moves.
Okay.
It's not a huge deal, but I can at least still get behind using these.
Alrighty.
Maybe it is a little outdated though.
So are you in sport mode, or which mode are you in?
Let's put it in sport, shall we?
Sport?
Oh, we're in sport now. Let's see see we're getting that turbo lag for sure.
There's a little bit of lag, yeah.
Turbo lag for sure. So you've got it off the line with your electric motors, but I can creep up on you with the turbo.
And let's go through this corner. I want to kind of see how she does, because turning is supposed to be one of the strengths, right?
Well, it always has been for Mazda, you know. So let's see what this feels. Oh, this feels great. I feel actually pretty connected to the car, and the steering doesn't feel very separated from me. But what I do feel is all of the bumps.
Yeah, and I think this stretch of road, I mean, we picked on purpose because it's a little bit rough, but maybe a tiny bit more cushion. I mean, I'm not.
Maybe.
Hard to say.
It's definitely hard to say. I wouldn't say that either of them are in the running for the best suspension.
No.
But as far as handling and everything, that felt fantastic. So let's see what a little acceleration
and
test
now
feels
you
like.
can brake torque this because it is a traditional six-speed, right?
Oh,
and the turbocharged engine that wants to be, you know, build some boost, right?
Yeah, it needs it.
You got to do that.
It needs it for a full life. It needs to be able to build some boost.
And you have all-wheel drive too.
We got all-wheel drive, so we're in sport mode.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
Definitely feel that turbo lag, but she's pretty good at the top end.
When it's on.
That's for sure. I'm not mad about it. And what it doesn't have is a drone, but more of a gurgly engine noise.
Yeah, traditional. You know, traditional gauges, right?
Mm-hmm.
They look separated. The binnacles are separated, and traditional noises coming from this car, just really pleasing, I would say.
That's true. All right, Andre, so we've driven them both. We've checked out the exterior, the interior. What do you think you would go for?
Well, we also have to talk about price, right? Because there's quite a difference. I understand this is a front-wheel drive only car.
Yep.
And we're here in Colorado. So for mountain driving in the winter, I would probably have to get snow tires at least.
For sure.
And then be very careful when I drive to the ski resort. But this has the value, I think. $31,500 for this particular hybrid. I think that's kind of hard to beat as far as value. So I really like the Honda.
Okay, so that's fair. You know, this does come in all-wheel drive.
Okay.
But the price is nowhere near what the Civic is coming at over $38,800. That's over a $7,000 difference for a little bit more power, for a 6-speed auto, for all-wheel drive, I guess. But I mean, this is almost double the fuel efficiency and still pretty quick. Honestly, I might still have to go with the Civic.
Really?
Yes, I think that is surprising. I flipped the tables on you because, yes, I always have been more prone to a sportier experience, which this definitely gives off. But the interior in the Civic is much nicer. It does have that touchscreen. It has a much better fuel economy, and it's still got that pep in the step with those electric motors.
Yeah, for the money, I think the Honda is really difficult to beat. But I think Honda needs to paint it Soul Red Crystal Metallic.
Yes.
Right? They need to license the color, and then they need to all-wheel drive in this car.
Yeah, no, it's. I think if it had all-wheel drive, it would have had my bet.
Slam dunk, just
you slam dunk.
Bam.
Yeah, but the front-wheel drive, especially in Colorado with those snowy situations, is, you know, a little iffy. But throw some snow tires on there, it'd be fine.
All right, well, let us know what you think in the comments below. Check out, as always, alltfl.com, right? Because we have 8 channels, we have 3 podcasts, we have a lot going on.
We got a lot going on, and you can find it all at alltfl.com.
Jeff has to work really hard. So we're walking this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we saw bicycle towing, we saw a plane on the 45.
Andre, be quiet.
I'm sorry.
All right,
they want to know all of our thoughts.
Yeah. They care. That's a honk, Andre.
Nice. That's a proper honk.
That's a proper honk.